Yes, I am elegant.
Hello and welcome back to Actual Play. Yes, we did catch just the end of that. We are we are about to play our second half of For the Queen. So far, the Queen escorting the Queen to prom, and we're all in the most tense limo ride ever. And I think Andy, oh no, Tomes. Here you go. No, that's not it.
Stop getting compliments, Tom.
Yeah, I know.
Save some for the rest.
I know. There we go. There's your card.
Okay. Why do you think the Queen trusts you enough to bring you on this journey?
I don't think you're trustworthy. I think you think you're trustworthy.
Well, I'd like to pass this question to the next player on our table.
Oh, that would be me.
That would be you.
Passing mechanic.
Yeah.
Why does she trust me, especially after I fucked up? I never say no. Even when it's very difficult for me to say yes, I go above and beyond, and I sacrifice and cut whoever else I have to in order to execute on what she tells me to do. So while I may not be terribly reliable due to my limited resources, I'm very trustworthy. And so, or at least that's why I think she brought me.
Has she entrusted you with any secrets on this journey so far? I mean, I wouldn't ask you to tell me what they were because that would be a violation of her trust. But has she? Is there anything?
She told me I know all about the secret Snapchat, and the only reason she told me this is because you're my best friend and you have no fucking clue what Snapchat even is.
Yeah.
So you couldn't ferret it out of me, even if you wanted to.
I wouldn't know to.
Yeah, it's like it's not on your radar.
On my mind. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say like I'm a Luddite, but like I'm a Luddite. Like I just
Snapchat is like beyond so many other forms of social media, and to have like a secret Snapchat is like even a deeper cut.
Yeah.
And it's just this whole thing, and I'm not privy to it. I don't have either secret Snapchat handle. But I know that one exists, and I know that it's not my business. But sometimes she looks at them and laughs in my presence.
Have you seen them on her screen? Do you ever try to peer and see what she's reading?
I would never. Why would I? I mean, obviously I have, but I would never.
Because of burning need to know. Why would I? Why would you not?
I mean, sometimes I'm entrusted with her phone, and sometimes a snap will come on it, and I'll look at it. But in looking at it, I delete it. So Snapchat is very ephemeral. So I know things and people don't know I know things, but I never say no. So if she asks me, I probably have to tell her, it's like, oh yeah, it was from some rando. I didn't think they were important.
Is there any message you've never given her that, of course, now is lost to the Snapchat winds?
The aether.
There's some uncharitable comments that I just wouldn't share with her, but like she's unassailable, so she doesn't need to know that people hate her. She knows people.
Wait, do you filter out her haters?
Obviously.
What do we mean by filter out?
It's just Snapchat. Like Snapchat filters itself. I'm not even doing anything. So
sliding like the delete, the like viewed, gone.
I don't know why everybody's looking at me.
You ever answer?
No. I have nowhere near her tone. Like obviously it would not be her. Snapchat is an art form that I don't have one, but I know what it is, and I know it's ephemeral in that very unique way. And sometimes I see them, and if I see them, that means no one else is seeing them because they get deleted.
Yeah.
But I didn't do anything, so fucking relax.
Okay.
All right.
So having taken a pass card, it's not my turn.
Right. It just moves on to the next player. So this is Andy's.
You were summoned to a private meeting with the Queen once. Why did you feel disappointed afterwards? It was a virtual meeting, but it was still very private. The camera was involved. And I thought I was going to experience some stretch goals, but I did not. Instead, it was a very different kind of meeting. It was very serious. It was the meeting where she asked me to do what I have to do tonight. And it took me a long time to realize like what a gift it was that I was being given. But initially I just felt like I just wanted it to be a chance for us to be closer. But, you know, of course, now I know that it will bring us ultimately the closest once I've completed these tasks. These 3 definite and 1 possible tasks.
So I'm writing you a message, a question. You seem awfully quiet tonight. You know you can talk to me if you ever need to, right?
I'll talk to you soon, Tomes. I'll talk to you very soon.
Is that the answer I get?
Yeah, that's the answer you're going to get.
I
We'll
feel
meet
very
soon.
left out because 2 of you are on your phone, and I'm really certain that probably you're talking about me.
I mean, I'm always on the phone.
I'm pretty sure I give you a look that makes you confident we just talked about you.
Yeah. Yeah. You're always on the phone, but doing who knows what. But when there's another one of us on the phone, it gets really awkward when everyone's on the phone and I'm the only one that's not. It happens.
Sean, do you have a flip phone? Are you some sort of like
Freak.
Let's not talk about my phone.
I think you might be the weird kid. Everybody's always on their phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got locked out of it. I made a squiggly. I made a
Got locked out?
yeah. I
I
made a
think so.
passcode. I swear they just like I run my finger, I do the code thing, and it doesn't unlock. Most of the time. All right, I'm veering this off. This is Alex's question. Let's get you.
Wouldn't it be amazing if it was a card you never wrote, Alex?
Haunted. Spooky.
Haunted card.
The Queen is responsible for the death of someone you loved. Who? What happened? She was responsible for the death of the alpha of my pack.
Oh snap.
And that is why I consider her my new alpha. Because she fucking murdered them in cold blood.
Yeah. I mean, that's...
Were you there?
Sips tea. Chat, she's tea. Oh my God.
Were you there for that?
I was there. I saw it with my own eyes. Yep.
Do we know that this whole pack thing even exists?
No. Like, Tracy has been missing. Like, everyone knows that there's like this missing girl in the town. Although actually, you know what? Not everyone knows yet because it was only like 48 hours ago. Like it was super, super recently.
Mhm.
And I think, Tracy is also someone who's very magnetic, who's very beautiful, although it was a different kind of earthy sort of a less coiffed kind of beauty. She had this very kind of natural, raw look. And but she was also, someone who inspired a lot of respect, someone who inspired a fair bit of fear. Um, and I don't know the details of everything that happened, but one day Tracy just, you know, summoned all of us to meet her in the woods. But what happened with the queen just happened so fast that like none of us could really react. And I felt like, we should have all been in there fighting with her, but it was frighteningly, frighteningly fast, even for someone who's seen what all of us have seen. And we just scattered.
Is loved purely in the past tense now?
I have really complicated feelings about that. I mean, I was totally devoted to Tracy. She was, she was the alpha. I deferred to her and listened to her and also just really like loved and cared about her. And we were really close. And so I feel like I should be mad at the queen and I should want to take revenge or something. But instead, I just feel totally, I don't know. I just hang on her every word all of a sudden.
Did you see any of the rest of us there during this event?
No, there was no one else who I saw. I'm not going to guarantee that none of you were there, but
I think that might be a snap I deleted.
Oh, God.
I was like, what television show is this? Oh, well. Did not register as important.
Do you want to see Tracy again?
Honestly, at this point, no.
That's a shame.
No, honestly, I'm kind of ashamed of like this weird change in me, and I kind of think about that, but and I wouldn't want Tracy to know that, but also I don't really care as much as I used to.
Right.
Let's just digest that one for a second, folks. Delicious.
This is happening now. I'm super about it.
What promise did the queen make you before this journey? Do you think she'll keep it? She promised that she'd dance with me. Yeah. And she didn't say it like, I promise, because she doesn't need to. When she says a thing will happen, it will happen. And so she said, we'll dance together. I think that's what made me lose my mind. I think that's why I've been like so shitty to you, Naja, and like just shitty in general. Is because I think this is a possibility. I think this is going to happen. And it just made me like all of my composure is was lost after that.
Mm.
And I really don't know if she's going to keep it. I don't know if she doesn't keep it, I'm sure she'll say, I did what? No. She'll just deny it in a really like flippant way that'll make me seem ridiculous if I pursue it.
Mm.
So I it's like Schrodinger's invite. Like I don't want to ask just in case I got it wrong. I don't want to ask because what if that ruins it? So I'm never confirmed. But yeah, I think there's a good chance if things go wrong that she won't. But I think if I play all my cards right and I keep it cool and I make sure that she's perfect at every moment, and like her glamour like persists and is never there's never a crease in a chink in her armor, then I will have done my job. And then she will. That's what I hope.
Has she promised to dance with anyone else? Is that what we're all waiting on? Mm.
Dance with or dance for?
Dance with.
Those are different parties.
Yeah, this is prom.
Yeah.
With, no.
All right, that's some Snapchat shit that we don't need to get into.
Swipe.
Yeah. Was that how she sealed your fealty? Was that what made the difference between her being the murderer of your pack leader and your new pack leader? Is that your price?
No, I think I've been thinking of that as more of like a weird supernatural thing. I think it's after I just sort of like made it clear to her that she was the new alpha and I would follow her to the death. That she literally laughed and said, "That's cute. I'll save you a dance."
Nice.
I think as I'm looking at you, Sean, and your I think we can see the stress in your eyes.
Oh
I
yeah.
lean over.
They look pained. They look like they look like I haven't slept.
Yeah.
And like I've been like stirring over a cauldron all night. The night before. Yeah, they're definitely weary, but of course stressed as well.
And I lean over and I whisper into your ear, and maybe while everyone's distracted.
Now we're sitting opposite one another, right?
Oh, I know.
Like, you're by the queen, so this is literally like a leaning across.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
getting you next to my ear isn't threatening at all.
Part of me taking advantage of this moment is, we're pulling up, right? Not into the like to get dropped off, but we're like in the vicinity of the high school, and there's a lot of cars, there's people walking around, there's a hubbub, right? Like we're getting there, right? And I think some of our retinue here is looking out the window. At least that's the way I look at it. And so in this moment, I lean over and I get up to your ear and I say, "If she forgets, would you dance with me?"
Question.
Deflection.
What? No. Clarifying question. So I can answer. What was our eye contact before and after this question? Meaning, did you just lean over and do it, or did you first make eye contact with me, or after you asked, did you sort of back up a little bit so that we could look into one another's eyes?
Before I was staring at you hard while you were having this quite stressful anxiety, not quite attack.
Yeah.
And I'm not leaning back. My mouth is next to your ear.
All right. There's a glisten of like a tiny glisten of sweat, and you can sense my heart going faster. And when I first go to talk, it's like a croak. It's like my mouth is dry, and I I don't think I could say no.
Yeah, I lean back. I've got my smirk on my face.
Yeah.
I have three things, one of which is a question. First of all, wolf spell, where we all transform in this limo and go to prom. Second of all, star-crossed prom king, weird kid. Third of all, do we all see this like lean forward and like intimate conversation happen? Like, is it that long?
Tomes described it as like while we were getting out of the
I was hoping people were distracted by.
Okay.
Well, we're not quite out. Like we're getting into the high school. There's like a bunch of people outside. There's
but to that answer, Nadja, I think
don't know.
you hear that croak that I make. That when I like am at a loss for a moment, and I think it might incline you to look over and see the very end of it.
Okay.
Like it's a sound you would recognize.
Oh,
I don't know if you've ever had that like just your throat is dry.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That is the sum total of my three things. Thank you.
Nice. Okay, so now we're gonna shift this. We're gonna split this game into two games: a wolf spell game and a star-crossed game.
Pick a stream, everyone. I know what you'll pick. I know what I'll pick.
I mean, there's already a Monster Hearts game going on, so there's a lot happening.
I have to admit, halfway through that scene, I was trying to figure out where I was going to say whether I touched you
intentionally
or unintentionally.
But yeah, do go on.
All right, here you go, Toms.
Oh, it's me.
I think it's you.
It is me. The queen is not your queen. Why do you serve her anyways? All right, real talk time. This last year, this is my second senior year. I'm not at school every day. I mean, why would I need to, right? I've only got to make up a certain amount of classes, right?
Oh, that's why you haven't been in band. That makes sense.
You know, like, and so I'm at school maybe 2 or 3 days out of the week. What you might not know, but you might be guessing because we're driving through the high school and maybe the window goes down, and maybe it's curious that more than a few of these other high school students seem to recognize me and say my name. I don't know. I guess I'll just leave it at that.
You haven't answered the second part of the question.
Exactly. Yeah. There's more to this question.
So why do I serve her anyways? Honestly, she's the stronger of the two.
Damn right.
Yeah.
That's it. Simply comes down to that. But you know, sometimes it's good to hedge your bets a little bit. Just saying.
If we're arriving,
I think we're
and
right.
people from this school are noticing you and talking to you as though they know you, I'm growling at you.
You
it's
are
subtle. I don't even know if you've noticed, but that's happening.
I love it when Alex growls, but I don't say this to anyone.
Is this that moment when the door opens, by the way?
Of course. Right?
Yes.
When the door opens to the dance hall?
It opens to the front of the high school.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's the double doors to the
Establishing
auditorium, all decorated.
Streamers and balloons, like real shit.
What's the theme, everybody? What's the theme? Come on, we need a theme for the
Oh, that's
A
right.
whole new world.
So Under the Sea, but just with, a more IP heavy title. Got it.
Wrong Disney movie.
I don't know. I don't know your corporate animations.
Oh, what did I bring with me that endangers the queen? I actually want to hear Andy answer this question.
Okay. I will not shirk away. Assuming we're talking about our queen and not this pretender that Tomes is
There's only one queen.
hedging with.
Queen. Yeah. You can insinuate the existence of a
There's
rival.
some
but
dusty side chicks, but we ain't talking about them right now.
Hedges get clipped, Tomes. That's all I'm going to tell you. Hedges get clipped. Anyway, what did you bring with you that endangers the queen? Well, I would never be a personal danger to her, but
you
do
couldn't be.
you intend to record what has to happen tonight? The ceremony, as I've been calling it now. I want to make sure that I have something to remember it by. So I'm going to be GoProing the whole process once it begins.
Not the GoPro.
Now, I will make sure that there is only one copy and that I have that copy and that it could never fall in the hands of
What are you talking about? Even I know GoPro goes right up to the cloud. There's not only one copy. That's the thing I heard.
You're probably wrong, though. You don't know how Snapchat works. You probably don't know how GoPros work. But yeah, I'm going to be getting HD footage of the big event. And all of you will be stars. I'm sure it will never backfire on her. I would protect her from that.
Fast forward to like 30 years from now when she runs for president. That's why that shit happens.
Right.
House of Queens.
There we go. That's the next. That's
Would
the
watch.
next game to play.
Would watch.
Oh. I think this is you, Alex.
Yeah, I know. That's why I can't handle it. You arranged for the queen to be ambushed on this journey. What did they offer you? I can't stand being under her thrall anymore. I don't get it. I don't understand it. It doesn't make any sense to me. She's so withholding. I want to join a new pack. I want to join this high school's pack.
Oh God, how could you?
I know. And it's eating me up inside. Like this whole ride over, I can like barely keep from shifting. I'm so just losing it. But it was something that I did. And yeah. Okay, wait. Is it more interesting if that is the case, or if I arranged for this ambush before
You were
the queen killed my previous alpha? Like, if this was something that I had arranged.
Oh, I like that because now you're racked with guilt of, do you tell her that you betrayed her when it technically wasn't a betrayal, but now it would be, and you've waited all this time. I think that's
Is that does that hold together? Okay, yeah, we'll do that then.
The retroactive betrayal.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So she doesn't know that she's walking into an ambush. I do. It's yeah.
Did they offer you So this was before your old pack leader died, so they offered you to be leader of this pack? I mean, they must have offered you something really good.
Yeah, I think I'm um oh, maybe it's peace between our packs, between our clans. Like maybe
The end of
like
the
we could
war.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, there's been a werewolf war. and
Obviously.
and I'm just trying to like I'm done with it, you know. People keep getting hurt. It's not necessary. And I was like, what do you want? I'll give you whatever. I just want you to make peace. And their werewolves were like, we want that queen. And I was like, done. I'll make it happen. I'll tell you when she's arriving. I'll tell you what limo she's renting. I'll I'll tell you absolutely everything. I'll find it out. I know people who know people. I'll find out how she's getting there.
I have
And
so many thoughts.
I got 2 questions though.
Yeah.
Can I ask 2 questions?
yes.
One, did you even try to call it off after Tracy?
Oh, maybe.
I mean, you
Oh, I
obviously
don't know.
didn't.
I mean,
But did you even try?
I thought about it, and I think I'm too scared and directionless to go over there and then tell them it's off. I mean, what would I tell them? And then if I told her, what would she think about me? Would she be mad at me? Would she just fucking kill me? I don't know. She's terrifying, right?
Yeah.
And so I've just been this whole time thinking I'll figure out a way. I'll figure out a way to make it right.
Yeah.
We'll think of something. I mean, she's gonna have people with her, right? And the whole school will defend her, and surely the rest of the pack, and I'll defend her, right? Yeah. So I've just been too scared to turn anywhere, and now the moment has come.
Also, where can we download Werewolf Wars to our mobile device?
It's going to be a Kindle exclusive, okay? very expensive.
The hot Kindle games.
So she knows like everything. How is it that did somehow you trick her, or somehow she gets some bit of misinformation that she thought Tracy was the one that was setting up this ambush? Your pack leader. It's not why your pack leader's dead. I mean,
I suspect that may be what happened. Oh, you know what? Let's say that that's true, but I think my character is not that strategic of a thinker.
Yeah.
So I don't think I've realized that, but yeah, that's probably.
I feel like she must have heard that a werewolf turned on her, and she assumed it was Tracy. She somehow got the wrong information and assumed it was Tracy.
Yeah. She just heard that, hey, the werewolf clan was trying to like set you up. They was trying to get some shit.
Yeah.
She met up with Tracy. Things went south.
So your allegiances seem a little bit, maybe flexible is the right word. I don't know. Is there any possibility that you haven't told her yet, because when this happens, you actually plan to possibly protect her and get her good graces?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to protect her. And and maybe like a lot of young people, I kind of think that I'm a little tougher than I am, or maybe it's just my loyalty to her is kind of blinding me a bit to the realities.
This seems really stressful, and I am thoroughly.
Oh yeah, and it's great because I don't think you have any, like, we're all obviously very nervous. You're like, yeah, this tracks, this makes sense as I'm doing it, but you're like getting so much more of it for me, and you're like, I don't know, this chick has anxiety or something.
Yeah. She's real uncertain. Right. I'm up. Oh, there it is.
There it is.
X card. We
I
never
asked
stop
to
playing.
Just keep going.
Friends
So-
forever.
Oh wow, the queen is under attack. Do you defend her? Well, of course she's under attack, right? We've arrived. The rival werewolf clan is in lying in wait. I think part of my question would be whether any of you turn on her, but I don't get to know that yet. So I'm going to have to operate blindly. And yes, I do protect her. I protect her from the threats that I know about. And that looks like several of the neighboring some of our rival prom students who have gone to the bathroom, any of them that have gone at this time, and come out, and their faces now start puckering and getting covered in boils and turning horrific as the hex that I was able to lay on any that I encountered there is sort of as like the hex bag drops to the ground and like a little bit of smoke poofs out. And it's sort of, it's just uncertain. It's whoever went in there that I thought was a threat, which was any of our rivals. And so when the attack happens, it's spotty, but that's how I can help her. They suddenly clutch themselves and whatnot. I don't think it's enough, and I don't think it's necessarily the right people. But it's how I defend her. I'm still waiting for that dance. I'm still looking at her like, maybe can this be it? Can this, because it's a slow dance right now when it happens, and I just want to buy myself a few moments of time.
Oh my God, A Whole New World is literally playing.
Yeah. I'm just looking at her, and like behind her, people are like screaming and just, crumpling, and I'm just still looking like just so hopeful.
Oh no. Also, as a piece of clarifying information, girls always go to the bathroom together.
Yeah, right. So
it's probably who you got.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. It's exactly. It's any yeah. Yeah. Because I was definitely happy to share that makeup with anyone who needed. Of course, not the queen. The queen got her own special stuff, but anyone else who needed a little touch up got it.
Blush.
And it's now destroying them from the outside in.
While the song from The Lion King plays.
I will end you. Leave my childhood alone.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, I do. I do to the best of my ability. Really hoping that I can have that dance.
All right. So the queen is under attack. Do I defend her? While this is happening, I spot the other queen. She is across the dance floor, and her name is Sari. And she's walking across and making her way toward kind of roughly where our retinue is. And that's where I make my decision. It's the same decision I made that night when Tracy died. I was kind of responsible for that. Tracy was gonna take out our queen, but I did what I had to do. I don't even know if our queen saw that. Like, that's kind of the way I roll. You know, I protect when people aren't aware. And this is my chance to do the same. And I've got her, you know, I've got her in my sights. I'm going to take Sari down, and then I just get to keep rolling with the queen. This is perfect. Except for I didn't see Tyler, which is, I guess, one of Sari's minions. And he comes up behind me, and I'm out. But I tried. I tried to protect her.
Taylor, every time.
I think they knew. Somebody, maybe it was Tyler, maybe it was someone else. Someone had seen me do this before, and they were ready for it.
Fool me once.
They're literally jumping on your back, and the music is like, "Don't you dare close your eyes." It's truly awful soundtrack. So the queen is under attack. Do I defend her? I try. I think out of all of us, I am the least prepared. I came in with my problems like right here, and then there were wolves. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? But I jump in front of someone who I may have recognized, except now they're covered in fur. And I am ill-equipped in so many respects. And I think as this wolf like tackles me, I have the thought that Snapchat was not a show. 1. 2, I have no capacity to deal with a werewolf. I may end up turned at the end of it. And I don't know whose side I land on. But wherever it is, if I land on the other side, I will continue to think about Alex. Like, I want to be on the Alex side. I don't know how that goes though.
Yeah. That werewolf magnetism.
When you go to prom and suddenly wolves, and you're like, God damn it.
All right. I do not defend her because I am not her protector. I'm her instrument of vengeance. So I'll wait until the fur settles, so to speak, until everyone else has had their petty moments, and then I will swoop down like she has instructed me to do, and I will smite them one by one, those who are still standing. So if she's fallen by that point, I'd be very surprised. I don't think anything could touch her. She's perfect. But I'll see my duty done. But she can take care of herself. I'll take care of the rest. I thought I was a ghost.
Goblin life.
Yeah, you're nasty goblin man. I knew. I absolutely defend her. This tiny little puppy dog eye, scared out of her mind little thing, just snout, jaws, teeth, claws. Yeah, it's ugly and terrifying and extremely cool though also. And
I love her.
And I told her I would defend her to the death and I would put my life on the line, and I meant it. And I am thinking about that dance. But I got her into this, but I'm ready to do everything I can to get her through it and to save her. So how that turns out, I don't know, but I know what I do.
Nice.
I think that's the part where it fades out and it's just you and her dancing on the dance floor.
Am I all the way back human again? Probably not.
No.
Oh, definitely not. Definitely not.
Wolf Dance 2019. No. We thought it was Aladdin, but this shit was Beauty and the Beast the whole time.
The one with the magic carpet.
Stop it.
All our movies come to life. And with that, we are. That was for the Queen.
For the Queen.
Bird.
Ferda.
Oh my gosh, that was so great.
Wow. Thank you so much for setting this up, Sean. That was super, super, super fun.
Oh yeah. Thanks everybody for being here. And this was so rewarding because again, we played this a long time ago. It was a very different Queen, very different adventure, but this was so much fun.
But in 30 years, we're going to meet here again, right here, and play the President Queen.
For the President
Queen.
Will that be like the Diamond Anniversary? What is that? Try it out. I want to see them all.
So good. Cool. Let's all say bye. We'll do it in the same order. So Tomes, leave
Sure. Tomer or Tomes, he, him, T Grants on Twitter. Love y'all.
Yay. What about you, Naja?
Najo Tikra, aka Trista Ray, aka Trist_CHI on Twitter, where I am very angry recently. So if you are at all interested in spicy tweets about white guys that aren't Sean, most of the time, no offense, then you can go to my Twitter and see that there. I think I am on hiatus from actual play for a bit. I don't think I'm scheduled for anything. But I want to stream Final Fantasy 14 because I want to roll a character named D's Nuts. And we're going to see if Final Fantasy lets me do that.
Yeah, I was just saying, name might already be taken.
You'll make it work.
If I can't do it, it's going to be both of them. That's their name. Both of them Nuts.
Nice.
I remain Andy. I'm a he, him, and you can find me at German City on Twitter if you really want to. There aren't very many spicy tweets. There's just a lot of love, mostly aimed at Sean. And wow, being able to go back to March of 2018 with these lovely people and count all those Queen's receipts. Remember when it was called the Queen's Receipts?
Yeah.
I remember. Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Yeah, let's do this every year. That's what I say.
Yeah. We don't need to wait 30 years.
Alex Roberts. I'm at Muscular Pikachu on Twitter and everywhere else I can be. I made this game.
Oh.
I also want to keep making more. So yeah, come talk to me on the internet and support me in doing that. And this game will be available for pre-order in March. What's that, like March 10th?
March
I want to say. Sean, back me up.
Yeah, March 5th.
March 5th.
Yeah, it'll
a week.
Yeah, it's gonna come out. It's gonna come out for pre-order on the Evil Hat site, and you can buy a physical copy. And at the same time, it's gonna come out. This game that we just played, this Roll20 game, is gonna be available on the Roll20 marketplace. So you can play the physical or the digital edition of it, which is pretty darn sweet.
There'll also be a beta code for Werewolf Wars, which is coming later in the third quarter 2019.
It's like chess with two queens, but everybody's a wolf.
And if anyone else there plays this game, please tell me about it because it's always a little bit different. And I am routinely very surprised with where people go with it. And by people, I do mean Tamara Grants.
Yeah. I'm Sean Nittner. I'm at Sean Nittner everywhere. I use he, him pronouns. I'm super excited about this. We'll be playing Abyssal tomorrow night at, I think, 8 o'clock, which is Ash Cheshire and Ed Turner's game of playing monsters in the liminal space between people and monsters. Won't feel all that different, I think, from the mood that we had tonight.
They'll really just be high school students.
Yeah. And this was so wonderful. Had so good seeing all of you, and thanks everybody in chat for hanging out with us. This game will be available soon, and you should buy it because it's fun. So bye all.